The Law Be With You podcast show, also known as Christian Fandom Geek on YouTube, is now part of the Red 5 network. Red 5 is a network of podcast shows aimed at bringing great quality content, especially Star Wars. And so look forward to some awesome collaborations on the Red 5 network with the Law Be With You podcast show. What are we talking about? We're talking about our good friend Kathleen Kennedy, and you can't really keep Kathleen Kennedy out of the news. Really, she's in it for one reason or another. So let's talk about this thing to do with Mandalorian. It's been on the internet, trending on Twitter. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read this thing. It's quoted, so I'm reading it as a quote. Kathy Kennedy, we brought in very early on in this conversation. Kathy, first and foremost, is a great producer, and producers figure out ways to make things happen that are creatively exciting to the storytellers. Not only does she understand how to create an environment where we can have all the tools that we need to explore and experiment and be creative, but also knows what it takes to incubate ideas and understands the significance of when you can do it right, what that can represent. So I'll say that part again. But also knows what it takes to incubate ideas and understands the significance of when you do it right and what that can represent. And apparently this is quoted as Jon Favreau on working with Kathleen Kennedy on the Mandalorian Season 2 finale. Now, this is interesting because I think some of the fandom who are not Kathleen Kennedy fans have said, hang on, why is he saying this? Like, is she there with a lightsaber, like, right behind his back or something? Is Emperor Kennedy about to light him up with a lightsaber? No, that could be the case. It could be the case that he just wants to impress the boss. She's boss lady, isn't she? So, you got to think, a few nice words, and maybe she'll give him a bit more of a budget for up and coming shows. Some will be quite cynical and say, oh, he's just playing the game. You know what I mean? She's the one with the authority, and he's just buttering her up and keeping her sweet. Or there could be a genuine appreciation towards Kathleen Kennedy, and maybe, he secretly kind of, reveres her and actually appreciates her more than what is let on. And maybe he kind of, because obviously Jon Favreau is seen as very trendy, and, all the fans across the board, whether you're liberal or quite woke, or whether you're traditional and quite conservative, or whether you're kind of somewhere in between. It seems that all of the fan base have a lot of positive things to say about Jon Favreau. And so maybe he's seen all the heat that Kathleen Kennedy's been getting and has kind of thought, I kind of don't want to get too much involved on that. But either way, we need to think about this Kathleen Kennedy situation. I personally do not think Kathleen Kennedy is going to leave Disney Lucasfilm. And even if she did, I don't think it would suddenly make Star Wars exactly what a lot of the traditional fans want it to be. I think, guys, we're going to have to be more realistic about that. And I'm certainly, I'm not saying that I'm a traditional fan. I'm certainly not woke, but I'm certainly, I'm kind of just somebody that enjoys Star Wars. I don't love the politics of it, but I want to appreciate Star Wars for what it is as a fan, and for the hero's journey archetypes and the great storytelling and the great lightsaber battles and the sort of paradigm. That's where I come at from Star Wars. But what do you think? Do you personally think at home, or wherever you're listening to this podcast, wherever you're listening to the Law Be With You podcast show, what do you think? Do you think Kathleen Kennedy will leave Star Wars, will leave Disney Lucasfilm? Or do you think that she's kind of playing the long game and she ain't messing around? Either way, let us know. Leave a comment on this video, because this will be uploaded to YouTube on Christian Fandom Geek. So leave a comment and let us know what you're thinking as well. It's an interesting one. And let us know, what do you think? Why do you think that Jon Favreau is saying this? What do you think? It's hard to know his motivations, but what do you think anyway? So, guys, keep safe. Keep positive as well. It's not always easy within fandom, within the fandom war and the the conversations that go on with fandom. But let's try and keep it positive. Let's keep dialogue. Let's keep talking with each other. Let's keep it real. And big shout out and big love to all you creators out there. Big shout out to Fandom Collective and Red 5 and all you creators out there that are really wanting to get your voice out there on why you love Star Wars. And we'll be with you very soon on the Lore Be With You podcast show.